Alright, so welcome back to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new. And let's get straight into today's video because a new combo card character has just been added to the game. The first combo card character they've added in over 2 years in the game. I've been asking them to make a new combo card character for a very long time now. And they've finally added a new one after 2+ years in the game, which is absolutely amazing. However, it isn't the combo card character that I was after. We are obviously missing 4 in total. 3 others after this one has been released into the game. So we are still really far behind on combo card characters compared to Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. I have seen this combo card character. And now this is the newest combo card character that was released on the Naruto and Dragon Ball Z versions, I believe 1 week ago. So it hasn't actually been in the game that long. I have heard a few things about this combo card character. It is a very interesting combo card character. When we get into the skills and abilities, yeah, you guys are going to be very careful with this combo card character because it is very weird. It has a very weird skill set, and yeah, there's quite a few things you really need to understand with this combo card character because you can't actually build it. You have to build this combo card character a specific way. Because most things on this combo card character that you're going to find out in just a sec when we go over the skills and abilities is that it doesn't work on the character. So obviously it's the Beast Pirates, so we have Kaido Dragon form, you're going to need King, and you're going to need Kurozumi Rochi, two absolutely amazing characters. King, not so great anymore, he was great like over a year ago. He's not that great anymore, so a lot of people probably don't have King. If you do, he might not even be 4-star. Obviously, I have every character. But going over the affinities, you're going to need Kaido. You're going to need Kaido Dragon Form. So you're going to need both Kaidos for the first affinity of 25% attack. The second one, you're going to need just Hiyori, which is very weird. They're only one character for an affinity. But you need Hiyori, absolutely amazing character. And then you're going to need Luffy Taro, Big Mom, and Buggy of the Four Emperors. So some people may not have Buggy of the Four Emperors. But yeah, the rest of it is relatively easy. And it's just the Dark Jade rings, Dark Jade necklaces, which is absolutely amazing. Very easy to upgrade. Alright, so let's just quickly go over the Fighting Spirit before we get into skills and abilities. Now, this character has Air Spirit. Now, keep this in mind when we go over the skills and abilities. Trust me, you gotta keep this in mind. So this has Air Spirit. It's gonna be 1k Rage, basically, when you fully max it. Going over the passive skill. Beast Pirates gather the power of all beasts to increase their own 10% small skill damage and ultimate skill damage. So only 10% is not that insane for basic skill and ultimate skill damage. Now this is one of the most important things. This part right here. At the beginning of each turn, if the Beast Pirate HP is less than 50%, increases Beast Pirate's Rage by 1000 points and resistance rate by 40% for 1 turn. If the Beast Pirate's HP is greater than or equal to 50%, increase the Beast Pirate's small skill release probability by 100% and immune rate by 40% for 1 turn. Now, what does this exactly mean? This means if they are 50% HP or above, they will 100% cast their small skill every time. However, if they are below 50% HP, they will only cast their ultimate skill. So that's how it works. So if they're above 50% HP, it'll only be their basic skill. If they're below 50% HP, it'll only be their ultimate skill. So keep that in mind with this character. Next up, when being attacked, for every 1% decrease in own HP, the damage reduction rate of Beast Pirates will increase by 0.5% for 1 turn. So every 1%, 0.5%, so 10% is 5%. If the own HP is less than 60%, restores HP equal to 80% of its attack. If the own HP is less than 30%, restores HP equal to 120%. So they have so much self-healing. Another thing you need to keep in mind is they're going to be healing themselves a lot every time they're attacked. And the last thing about the passive is when they die, 80% of the attack, damage reduction rate, small skill damage, and ultimate damage will be permanently transferred to your other crew members. Now this part here, I'm not exactly sure how it's calculated. I would assume it's 80% evenly spread over all your team, over all your crew, and it's not 80% per crew, because that would be broken. So I believe it will be 80% over 5 crew members, or however many is left over. So if there's only 1 crew left, they'll get the full 80% is what I would assume. If there's 2 left, it'll be 40%. If you don't understand this passive, you have no idea how to build this character, and you're probably going to build them completely wrong. Because the fact that this character has 100% small skill probability above 50% HP means that skill trigger flags are going to be useless. And then if they're always above 50%, alt flags are going to be useless because they're never going to be ulting. So skill trigger flags are not going to be used on this character. Alt flags, they need to be below 50% to get their ult off is the problem. That is the problem with this character. It's very weird, and you need to understand how their passive works. So let's quickly go over their basic skill, dealing 180% plus 25 points of damage toward the line of enemies, which is absolutely amazing. When releasing a small skill, permanently increase small skill damage by 30% and have a 70% probability of causing the enemy to enter burning state, and receive burning damage of 70% attack of the beast pirates every turn for 2 turns. If the small skill is released at 3 times, each release will additionally increase his own defense ignoring by 50% for 1 turn. So every third one, they'll get 50% defense ignoring for 1 turn. When releasing a small skill, if any enemy is in a burning state, it will permanently increase their attack by 25%. This is absolutely huge because, as we said with their passive, if they are above 50% HP, they are always going to be using this skill. Let's go over the ultimate skill. Dealing 220% plus 25 points damage to the enemies in the back row. When releasing the ultimate skill, permanently increases the ultimate damage of beast pirates by 30%. And you have a 50% chance to paralyze the enemy and increase the damage received by 30% for 2 turns. Absolutely amazing ultimate. When releasing the ultimate skill, if any enemy is in a paralyzed state, it will permanently increase their damage reduction ignoring by 20%. That's absolutely amazing. Number 4, when releasing the ultimate skill, permanently increases the healing rate of all crew members whose HP is lower than 50% by 25%. That's supposed to be healing rate, and restore HP by 120% of their attack. Now the reason why I know this is healing rate is because I do play the Naruto version of the game. Starting from the 3rd turn, every time the ultimate skill is released, an additional 50% damage rate will be increased before 1 turn. After your weapon is awakened, the control, ability, and protection can be greatly enhanced. So the problem with this character is it really depends on their HP. However, they heal a lot. So what I've seen from some of the Naruto players in their Discord is that it's actually quite hard to get the character below 50% HP and not die to then use their ultimates. So what it seems to be is that the character heals so much that it's just their small skill that's being used every single turn. It's very hard to get them to ult, so my recommendation would be skill trigger flags aren't going to be used on this character because they're going to be using their skill trigger every turn, which isn't a bad thing because they're constantly increasing their damage and their attack to then give more stats down the bottom here. As you can see, 80% of their attack when they die, so that's actually fine. Slaughter flags aren't really going to be used either unless you can somehow find a build where they're permanently below 50% HP but they're not dying every turn. And rage flags aren't going to be used because they already have 1k rage. So the only flags you can realistically use on this character 100% of the time is speed flags. So my recommendation would be to use speed damage reduction flags because you actually want this character to survive as long as possible. So they keep stacking up their basic skill and they keep increasing their attack and they keep increasing their defense ignoring. And it just keeps stacking and stacking and stacking forever. Similar like Luffy Taro, where you want to keep him alive forever, so he keeps stacking his attack stats and just does more and more damage. Similar thing to that. except on the basic skill, just like Kurozumi Orochi, where you want him to stack up his basic skill and he just becomes unkillable. So that's basically how this character will be used. It is a very weird character, so that would be my recommendation: speed damage reduction flags with a tankier setup. They did come out with potential levels on Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, so let's hope they come out with potential levels. And yeah, unfortunately, the character will probably come out in a blessing event, which is the worst event in the game, so probably not many people will get the character. But yeah, that's the rundown of the new Beast Pirates combo card character. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I really hope to see you guys in the next video.